Alrighty. Are we live? Yeah, I think we are. Okay, let's close that. What do we have here? We have that. Cool. Beautiful. All right, so we're there, right? What is this project? What did we? Louis GUI. Let's open up front and let's open up the API. Yeah, let's open up all of these fellas. Yeah. All right, let's wait a minute more to see if more people will join. Twitch, where's Twitch here? Accept cookies live. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Let's go with this crap. All right, cool. That's better. Alrighty, what have we been working on last time? It's this one, right? Yep. Yep. See? What happened with the I see. I see. Okay. All right. Okay. So we'll fix that. that button is completely fucked up. Leo, my friend, good evening. Why is that fucked up in this project and not in the storybook? It's so confusing. That's so messed up. It doesn't matter. We can leave it like that for now till we release this. How is it going? Good, man. Good. Not much to say. Standard stuff. What about yourself? What about yourself, buddy? I'm very good, man. Very good. Good evening, everybody. Moved alone today. Nice, man. That's a huge milestone. Good. That's great, man. That's beautiful. Good job, man. That's great. Super. I'm happy now. First time ever. Good. I remember I moved away from my parents when I was 18. So almost 18 years ago. 17 years ago. That's a huge thing, man. Congrats. Very nice, man. Very nice. When I was 18, I moved away as well. And ever since, yeah, that has been the case. Great, man. That's super. Super. You almost became a man. You're almost an adult. Almost. Almost. Nah, no. Oh, you seem very mature, man. So that's all that matters. Age is not an indicator necessarily of, you know. Dude, good evening, everybody. Good evening, guys. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. I'm sorry I'm not streaming lately much. As I said, it's a feeling type of thing, right? This is going to be a long journey. So, you know, when I don't feel like streaming, I just don't want to push myself, right? So it's kind of a mixture of things, right? It's more enjoyable when it's just a, you know, more of a something that I want to do rather than I feel forced to do, right? Wow, that's super dark. What? Okay. There's something wrong with these icons. So give me a second. A little bit weird. Drev, my friend, good evening. Always good to see you guys. The old fellas, the folk that has been in this stream for a long time. Pretty cool. Good, guys. Good. I hope you're good as well. Yeah, it's just yeah, we're just yeah, hacking away, moving forward as always, and yeah, not much action lately. Actually, that would be unfair, unhumble towards ourselves, right? We did a lot of work past couple of weeks, right? We open sourced this stuff, etc., and then after that, I just needed yeah, I just didn't feel like streaming for a couple of days. Oh, would you learn TypeScript if you just had pretty basic knowledge of JS and Python? TypeScript is just a superset. It's not a language. It's just types on top of JavaScript, right? So there honestly isn't much to learn. You can learn most TypeScript in 20 minutes. So you would have to be more specific when you say learn TypeScript, right? You can learn most of the stuff that you use in TypeScript in 20 minutes. I don't want us to waste too much time with this. It's just, I don't know, this icon is a little bit triggering me now when we want to kind of release this new kind of more open site. I actually found that on JS Weekly. This is the only kind of newsletter I read. I read this newsletter for many years. This is the only actual thing that I read. So I found it here. This is usually, if I share something, it's from here. I think the Valley, I think... But what do you mean TypeScript project? There's no such thing as TypeScript is superset. It's JavaScript, right? So what do you mean TypeScript project, right? TypeScript is JavaScript with types, right? So I'm I don't kind of follow, to be honest. No, and I'm just trying to kind of get out more of you. What do you mean TypeScript project, right? you can write a project in JavaScript and then add types to it. That's really the only difference, right? So that's really all that there is to it. So what do you mean TypeScript project, right? Build a simple plain JavaScript application where you can click and show something on the screen and then add types to it, right? So that's really all that there is to it. A lot of people are people are putting too much emphasis on TypeScript as if it was something special, right? It's what it says, TypeScript, right? It adds type to JavaScript. So you're gonna be using 20% of TypeScript for 95% of the time, right? I don't get all the NPM. You can't because some of the things that we're using in JavaScript are not supported by the browsers. But we can get into that soon. I can explain that to you. I mean, it's solid questions, right? I can explain to you, but the stream just started like 10 minutes ago. So let's do some work first, and then I'm very happy to help. But let's just do a little bit of work, right? Yeah, we discuss that. It's a very good question. We'll discuss that soon. Let's just do a little bit of work and then we discuss it. And also imposter syndrome stuff. We also need to discuss that. Yeah. Oops! What the hell? What happened there? What happened with our beautiful icon? Oh, okay, so we nuked the stroke. I see, all right. Well, this is a little bit weird. This is a little bit weird, I must admit, but whatever. Let's see, let's refresh that bad boy again. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know what's up with these icons, right? What is it, like current or something, like current color? No, what is it? Let's find some other SVG. I keep forgetting that. How can one nuke the stroke? Yeah. Yeah, it's current color. Can we just do that instead? Right? Do this. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, some of these icons. All right, let's take a look at that now. I'm not gonna spending more time on that. It just, I don't know. Fuck, I hate that icon. Okay, I'm gonna nuke it. We move on from that. Just a little bit annoying. I don't like it. And screw you, icon. Go cool. All right, so yeah, we'll see about that. So basically, we're trying to get to the point where we open up, right? If you go to Programmer Network now, for those of you who are members, right? This is the landing page now, right? And we're trying to remove this so it's not so locked. So when people come, they can see that it actually has something, right? So this is going to be the new landing page kind of for now, just the minimal stuff. You come, you see the feed, you can click on people. Then we're going to see we start very minimal, right? And then we're going to, so that's what we're doing now. So we just kind of open it up. All right, so let's keep on going. So next thing we really need to do is we need to do something that I got very inspired by this other platform. I took some screenshots. Let me show you. So I got some screenshots from this thing called Mastodon. Well, some of you shared this with me. And what I really like that they did is this. So we may be gonna get inspired a little bit from what they had here, right? I really like this. It's really nice. Basically, if you click, if you're not logged in on that platform and you click like or whatever, you get this modal, right? Because you can see now I can actually click, which makes no sense, right? Because, yeah, this is, because we're not really checking the authenticated state yet on this component, right? So you can see that I can actually, in fact, which is a little bit strange, right? I mean, I actually do not like, it's just the API doesn't respond with something that, yeah. All right, so we're gonna do that, something like that. But actually, before we proceed with that, let's just fix one thing. Actually, if we go to our Yale, this library that we open sourced recently, if we go to the icons here, give me 2 seconds, right? So actually, so let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. So let's go. So I want to replace those hearts. So there are two things we're gonna actually do. I think in this library we have. Didn't I create a component here as well? Didn't I move it? It's called reactions, right? Yes, this is our reactions, right? So yeah, actually no. So we already have these reactions, like this, right? The only thing I wanted to do is I wanted to separate the share link from the reactions. Also the comments, and then compose that in programming network separately, right? Because those two things are really reactions, right? So let's go a little bit to Louis GUI, right? So let's go to, or to say our Yale library, right? So it's just the old name. Yeah, so let's open this up. It's already open. Let's run the tests there, right? So let's say watch, right? And then we're gonna what was it, Louis GUI, right? And we're gonna use the right node version, right? And we're gonna run storybook here, I guess, or pmpm storybook, or what was it? Yeah, pmpm storybook, right? Chica, my friend. All right, let's take a look at that, right? So if we go to what did I want to do? Reactions, right? Was it reactions that I wanted to do? Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go a little bit to Louis GUI just, and we're gonna go to reactions thing, right? Did we test the reactions? We did. Okay, good. So again, as I was saying, we can keep this as a single component like this, right? Whatsoever it becomes, because we coupled it, we broke composability, right? We cannot reuse this in many places, but if we just keep these two things as actually being reactions, because this is share, right? This is either native share or copy the link. This is the amount of comments, right? So I don't think that these things belong here, right? So what we're actually gonna do, we're gonna clean this up a bit. I think that's a rational thing to do, right? And also share doesn't really belong here, right? So share URL, so we're gonna get rid of this. We'll need to update the tests, right? So we're gonna do this, we'll need to do this, right? And share button. And then in Programmer Network project, right? We will compose this properly. So of course tests should be failing now, right? And they do, that's good. That's what we would expect, right? So if we go to the tests now. Yeah, so on share this call, so there's this test really goes away, right? And yeah, that's great, because that functionality. So this should really be reactions now. So up and down. What Chica said, plus and minus for reactions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Chica. Yeah, and then you see this is now showing kind of the red thing, right? Obi, good evening, buddy. So that's one thing, right? And then we can then compose the component in the feature in Programmer Network itself, right? Cool. Yeah. All right. So let's deploy this thing. And actually, there's something else that I wanted to do. Was there something else I wanted to do? Anchor, title, text area, input, domain input, share button, reactions, image selector. I don't actually remember, but I think I wanted to do something, but at this point I forgot. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so so that's great. Let's bump this to a different version, right? So we'll need to push this to npm, right? So let's do this, and yeah, we basically, let's just make sure has this likes count, dislikes count. Actually, yeah, before we proceed, let's just, yeah, because we will have to go a little bit back and forth between these libraries that we open source, because, yeah, we'll need, because here you can see that, yeah, those actually have to be props, right? Because, yeah, we can't internalize this, no way, no, okay. Is liking, is disliking, this is just to show the spinner, right? So that's why we have this, in case you're wondering. Why is this thing there? Actually, let's just also, while we're here, let's go to the stories of this component, right? And you know, which component was this? Image select reactions, yeah. Yeah, so this is basically, this is gonna happen for like maybe 200 milliseconds until server gets back to you, right? But that's basically why we have these states. Okay, good, all good. That's great. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna say removed comment and share functionality from what is this? This is reactions, right? Yep. Let's push this to master. Let's go to GitHub. Where's our Yale? It's here. Ah, shit, I pushed to a wrong branch. Fuck. That's not really good, is it? Numinex, my friend, good evening. What the fuck? What? Okay, this is super weird. All right, this makes no sense. Okay, let's close this. Jesus Christ, man. You're right, and something else work. Exactly, pretty much. How are you doing, Numinex, my friend? How's life? What was it? Git reset. Is it like that, right? I don't actually remember. Yeah, it was. Okay, I see. All right. Let's say, oh, actually we are on the reactions cleanup. Yeah, but something's a little bit weird, right? So obviously because it's not using the robot. I mean, there is definitely truth to that. There's definitely truth to that. Yeah. Definitely true to that. All right, let's try that again. Ah, shit. Did we not rebase or pull? Motherfucker. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? So annoying. So annoying. Oh my god, dude. Good, man. So you're well again. You're well again. I see. Jesus Christ, man. When a shitty thing goes super sideways, how hard is it? It's actually a little bit weird. Great. Yeah. All right, so that's great. That's good. think that's what we want. Let's just take a look at this thing again. Is this thing still fine? Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Close this crap again. Okay. All right, cool. Is our CI running? It should be running, right? Beautiful. Okay, tests are still running. Okay, that's great. Okay. All right. So what we could do now, and I don't think this belongs in Yale necessarily, right? But we need to figure out, right, what happens now when you're not logged in, but we still want to show these reactions, right? So when you click on some of them, right, we could spawn a modal of some sort, or redirect you basically here to get in and sign up, right? But the only negative thing is that you lose the context of where you were, right? And then also modal on mobile, right? Would that be cool? Maybe, right? So we'll need to see about that in a moment, right? So what do we do? But let's wait for this to finish. Then we need to push this to npm. Then we need to install it here. So let's wait for our CI to actually finish. Bump vit. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Okay. All right. So we did deploy it to Storybook. Lint and tests actually have passed. This is now bumping the Vita from 4.5 to 4.5.1. That's okay. If I actually go to Yale now, and this is probably super hard cache. No, it's not. Okay, so it did do it. Okay, that's beautiful. So let's go ahead now and deploy this to npm, right? So let's just say publish, and it's most likely going to ask me for one-time password, right? Yes. So if we go to my authenticator and then syncing, well, yeah, let's see, 825. Oops, shit, come on, man. All right, 825 086 086. How can we be more smart on API testing and developing APIs? Sometimes I kind of just think that could be maybe a possibility like X exploit that they. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. You need to be more specific. Leo, right? What do you mean X exploit? That's a little bit random, don't you think? All right, so this is deployed now. That's cool. Let's actually just take a look at this. Where is it? Jesus Christ. What did I just change? Which thing did I change? Well, what was its name? Reactions, right? Yeah. Come on. Well, we'll see, right? Okay, let's go to our front end here. So let's move away from this. So let's go to this project now. Let's go to package.json and let's bump this fella, PMI. Numinix pledged. Okay, Numinix just subscribed on Patreon. Numinix, that's very kind of you, man. Thank you very much. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Total 4 members. Thank you, buddy. All right, cool. So that's great. So now if we actually go and All right, cool. So we're gonna search now for reactions where I'm using them now. Comment, reactions, thought, content. Thank you very much, buddy. It's so much nicer to do it on Patreon than here on Twitch, because on Patreon you actually give money to me, not to Twitch, right? Not to Twitch. And this platform sucks. Reactions. All right, so let's import the reactions here. Now if we, so this should fail. Okay, so here are the reactions, right? So we can see them now. And let's see. So what do we need? So we need the, and the type is wrong. Oh fuck, did we not update the type? Shit. We must have forgotten to update types. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Share URL, dislike. Yeah, that's a comment count. Is disliking on dislike on shared? Yeah, so we'll need to update these types. Okay, we'll ignore it for the time being, right? All right, so here let's see, what do we have? We have dislikes count. And let's just go here. So yeah, so this is an old component, the way that we've been doing this thing in an old way, and then we kind of improved it in our library, right? So let's see. So here it's gonna be, I guess, thought dot dislikes dot length, right? Then it's gonna be the same with the likes, right? Likes count, right? Likes. Yeah, there we go. Some numbers are appearing. Type thought, reactionable thought. Yeah, is this really, do we really have that here? On this like reaction. Look, so we made this polymorphic here before. I see. All right, we'll see about that. That's gonna be a little bit tough, right? Not tough, but we'll need a little bit more. Share URL, authenticated user is author. On dislike, on like. Yeah, that's great. So I think we still have these guys, right? On like, on dislike. Yeah, beautiful. What else are we missing here? Comment count, share your is liking. Okay. Is disliking. Okay. All right. So actually, yeah. Okay. Good. So here we should. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. We don't actually have this state here. We're not passing it at all, it seems. Okay. Thought, content, handle, navigate, blah, authenticate. Okay, so we'll need these things, right? What we want to do basically is that you're not logged in now, right? And you click on this stuff, we probably spawn some modal or something. Strongle dongle, good evening, buddy. Okay, so let's kind of move towards that way, right? So yeah. So obviously, since we're now installing this reactions from our core library, we cannot and we should not, you know, do crazy things with it. So now what we really want to do is that we want to control on like and on dislike, right? So we want to do something within those handlers, right? So let's find thought content, right? And single thought list. So it's in one of them we'll do this sort of stuff, right? Handle click. Click, handle like, handle dislike. Yeah. So inside of those handlers here, we're gonna kind of spawn something. So let's see about that, right? So is authenticated really, do we need it here? Probably not, because we will use that in there, right? So let's see about that. And we still have this comment icon here, which is a little bit weird. We'll need to see about that, right? Okay, great. So let's get rid of this. Let's clean this up. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that as well. Handle dislike, handle like, right? Yes. Okay. And where was this thing? A single thought list. I suppose it's this one, right? Is it? No, doesn't seem so. No. All right. Single thought. Feed item. Yeah, so it's this one. All right, got it. Okay. All right, cool. So basically, yeah. So here we must be passing handle like and dislike, and as you can see, we are. And obviously here we want to say, hey, if the user is authenticated, and if not logged in, and they want to try and click on some of this stuff, well, you know, you can't do that. You have to log in, right? But here we're gonna at least start something like this. If is not authenticated. And Leo, let me read your question in a moment, my friend. Just handle like and handle dislike. Right, so now if I click, it should do nothing, right? Exactly. All right, so what do we want to do? So you're not logged in, you want to like something. We probably want to show something in your face, right? I mean, the easy thing would be to send you to sign up, right? Or sign in. Should we do that? Maybe less effort, we can release quicker. Let's do that. I think that's more, I think that's better for now. And then we improve. So we have something and then we reiterate over that, right? This is a programmer network platform. We can give ourselves a little bit of space, right, and use terminology that that I'm sure many developers know. We can also say authenticate here as well, right? It's nerdy enough, right? Okay, cool. So okay. Where was I? Thought list, maybe was it here? Nope. Nope. Thought content. Nope. Meetup item, maybe here, right? Nope. Feed item. Yeah, over here, right? What is this navigate? Did we import navigate here? Yeah, actually we do have the navigate. Okay, great. And then here we want to say authenticate, right? So now if I do this, it should take me there, right? If I do this, so we're gonna basically, yeah, we're gonna do the same. So let's just turn this into some utility function here, say const redirect to authenticate, something like that, right? And we're gonna do the same in handle dislike, right? There we go. Rebecca, my friend, good evening. All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Give me 1 second. All right, cool. So if we go back to somewhere, I don't actually remember where, but someone says Becca. Good evening, Becca, as well. That's an interesting coincidence. All right. And then what is so where is this comment button coming from? Didn't we like remove this from our Yale, or did we fail to do so? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have removed it. So where is this crap coming from? So here's our reactions, right? Highlight HTML content. So where is this fella? This fella is, where are you coming from, buddy? That's really weird. Or maybe we're using the older version, which could explain, right? Yeah, maybe we're just using the older version. So let's go back to Yale and let's redeploy this again, right? So but yeah, so this is, as you can see, one of the only downsides, right, of breaking these things into libraries as we did, right? The development experience becomes slower, right? Because, well, it becomes different, right? Because now at this point you have to do all of this stuff, right? You have to deploy and blah 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 blah, right? That's the downside, right? That's for sure the downside. Okay, good. Anyone else heard about Codex? What is that? I have not, no. Codex. Visual ID for React. Yeah, I actually have. I have. A couple of months ago, some of the viewers shared this. Yeah, I've seen this. Yes, for sure. For sure. All right. Cool. So we'll wait a second. Well, we'll not wait for anything, actually. We'll keep on working, but we'll wait until that gets deployed. Then we have to push the new version to npm, and then, yeah, we can... but all right. So going back here, so clicking this will take you now to basically to sign up, right? Okay, good. So that does send us to YouTube. All right, good. Let me just read Leo's question before we proceed, because he had a question. Let me just copy it here, and then he had a follow-up afterwards. Okay, for example, I have incident on work where our API endpoint handled money withdraw, but someone found our API and called the endpoint with negative amount, and outcome was it turned out to be positive, blah, 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 cache. All right, so I guess those two things are not related. Well, I mean, this is unacceptable, right? This is just lack of experience and competence, right? You cannot. First of all, some of those things, endpoints, should not be public at the first place, and if they're public, they should have basic security in there, right? You know, access control lists. There's so many things, right? So this is not hard. It's just that even the basic stuff on that API, Leo, doesn't seem to be done properly, right? So this is just it's just a lack of implementation, nothing else, right? You cannot allow someone else to call your API like that, just like that, right? And pass arbitrary values, right? I think I read the research that 73% of developers who were polled or questioned about this subject said that it takes them around 20 minutes to get back. But I mean, we spoke about this, Leo, many times. We spoke about distractions for a whole year now, right? So if you're at work and using social media, that's not cool. I mean, you should not be using social media anyway, but that's a different subject, right? Let's close the API for now. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go and I'll just deploy this crap again. So I'll just publish this to npm again. Hopefully now it's gonna be properly done. Where's my authenticator? Authenticator 879 674 879 879 674. Unless you're using programmer network. I mean, to some degree that's true, right? But this is not really, it's kind of paradox, but it's not really a social platform in that sense, right? You get what I mean? Yeah, the bot is dumb as hell. Because this is very specialized. I mean, I genuinely believe that the future of social media is going to be specialized, right? Very specialized. Because right now, the Facebooks and Twitters and all of that garbage, right? It's just too much distraction. It's too much noise, right? I mean, I'm building this platform before anything for myself than others, right? Because at the end of the day, but I don't think that social media in general has too much future anyway, right? Because I think people are kind of losing interest in that sort of stuff, right? Everything's becoming very instant, very, 5 seconds videos. At the end, it's going to be like 20 milliseconds videos, right? Because those newer generations are incapable of focusing on anything more than 3 seconds, and that's probably decreasing now as well, right? So it's going to be like videos which are like half a second long or some shit like that, right? We'll see. Who knows, right? But I think, yeah. Oh my fucking god, man. Are you kidding me? Why am I... Oh shit, man. Come on. I mean, I can tell you that, yeah, the thing is, it's the same with this stream, right? It's the same with everything. One thing that I see, right? One pattern, basically, that I've seen is that the main reason why really people go to any platforms is their self-interest, right? So for example, the thing is, it's the same with streaming, right? If I was answering questions 3 hours a day, there would be 200 people watching, right? So in simple words, right, people seek value constantly, right? Especially, people who finish high schools, their universities, they're looking for a job. So it's the same with platforms. If they can't utilize it to their own advantage, right, they move on, right? So I don't think that people are being abused. I mean, I don't find that sad. I mean, you have the power over anything in your life, right? So it's right. You choose what you want to do, right? So you get what I mean, right? So I don't think that right. Man, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Seriously, I'm starting to get pissed off. Is this fucking bullshit not like deploying or some crap like that, man? Jesus fucking Christ, man. So fucking annoying, man. Jesus Christ, dude. Well, I mean, that's the difference, man, with people who succeed and are successful and those who are not. I mean, 80% of people on this planet are just average and they are consumers, right? They exist so they can buy things that smart people build or produce, right? So that's just fundamentally how it is, right? Most people are, you know, doing 2 operations every day and waiting to die, right? Younger kids are playing video games 24/7, right? Or you know, older people are waiting, like, so it's nothing really to be surprised about. I mean, it's just how civilization worked forever, right? Not everybody wants to build something in life, right? Some people are fine to eat, sleep, and shit, and that's all, right? Not everybody found meaning, right? I don't get this, man. What the fuck is happening? Why is this icon here, man? No, yeah. It's really annoying at this point. The only thing I can think about is that we need a release or something like that, right? What is it? That's the only thing I can think about now, is that we need to create a release every single time, right? But it doesn't matter. Okay, so that kind of works now, right? So let's even imagine that we just want to leave it like that, right? Let's imagine want to leave it like that. Actually, that authenticate really sucks ass. Just wanted to see it a little bit. Log in. Yeah, let's do it like that, right? Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think so we'll leave that for now. I think one thing we need to fix before we can actually push this, that's one of the things I saw, right? So now we actually don't have any logo on mobile in the nav bar, right? So we should probably have some bar, right? Let's see. No map, okay. Let's actually make it 100%. And why is this this little widget not being shown to telling you to sign in? Let's see. Let's go to the app over here. There's no mobile footer. Yeah, so this one, join us to engage with this article, right? To engage with this, where was this crap? Yeah, okay, so it's this thing, right? Okay, I see. Mm-hmm. I guess we could technically move this fella from here. I guess just always keep it visible in the app. Let's try that. So somewhere over here, right, we do this. We'll need to improve that, right? And then no matter where you are, you should be able to see that, right? Yeah, all right, cool. Let's improve this thing a little bit. But before we do this, right, we can see that on mobile, since we added more tabs, this is no longer scalable. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the user profile, and there's some tabs somewhere, I suppose. Yeah, these fellas over here, right? So, we probably want to show some select here when you're on mobile, right? So you can switch between things, right? Or we can even horizontally scroll it to whatever, I don't know. No, yeah, nah, I'm not so sure about that. That's always very annoying. That's always a very annoying experience, right? So we have the tab list here. If I would nuke it, right, that would look like that. Okay. So what I'm actually gonna do here, I'm gonna say, hey, if it's not mobile, then we'll need to import this hook, I suppose, right? So we'll say here const is mobile, use is mobile. Do we have something like that? Is mobile. Use mobile, okay. Idab, good evening, buddy. How are you? All right, so that's great. Okay, and obviously, right, instead of this, we want to show some drop down, right? So we're going to show some select instead, right? So we're going to say select. We're going to import the select. We're going to say options, and I suppose, yeah. So it's going to be Bexy. Good evening to you as well. How are you? Beautiful. Okay, well, this, yeah, right. So we're going to have something like this. And don't we have such behavior somewhere already? If I go to production, didn't we have something like that somewhere? I don't actually remember, but I think we did before. Thank you very much, Bexy. Thank you very much. Good to have you here as always. Yeah, here, over here, right? So you can see, yeah, that's what we have. So if I go to dashboard, right? yeah, I see. It's this one, right? So it's this fella over here, right? It's handle on tab select. I see. All right, cool. So we'll kind of replicate this, right? What I did here for that thing. So do we actually already have that? I think we already. Ah, beautiful. So we're already using this pretty much. Ah, super. So that's great. That's great. I mean, only thing we really need to do is. Yeah, pretty much what we have to do is this. Where is this bad boy? Where is this green thing over here, right? We're gonna come here. Yeah, right, we're gonna do this. we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna turn this into some constant somewhere in a moment. So let's just make it work first. Okay. Let's just do this. And then let's just say here, whatever. No, let's just say it doesn't really matter, just for time being. Okay. So let's turn this fella into some variable somewhere, right? I'm gonna say articles dots. Beautiful. So okay, super, that's good. Okay, so let's just say here const options, and for the tabs here we're gonna say options dot map, and then we're gonna destructure in place. We're gonna say value. Fucking annoying, man, sometimes. All right. All right, so we have that now, and then if we scroll a little bit down, right, we'll say, options, right? And here we're gonna do the same. We're gonna say options.map, and then for each option, we're gonna pretty much return a tab with that option dot label, right? Then we can also get rid of this bad boy here, and then here we can say key is option dot value, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Right, okay, cool. Something exploded, beautiful. Give me guys 2 seconds, I'm gonna read what you wrote. I need to just do this option map value, that's correct. Actually, you know what, let's just do this a little bit better. So here we're gonna say const tabs is this, right? Just so, because we need this just string of values, right? And then down here we can also say tabs, right? But yeah, not really, right? That kind of sucks ass. Okay, either way, we'll get rid of this. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's actually good. We need to get rid of this instead. Okay. Okay, well, it's almost working. But not yet, all right. And then here we should say options, right? So, okay, almost. Let's see now, and you want to write sexy code like this? Yeah, I mean, thank you, and you will, I'm sure. I mean, it's nothing that I'm doing is mind blowing. It's just how would I put it? I don't even know. Wait a minute. Replace state, blah, blah. Okay, this is the hook we wrote in one of the streams, right? Yeah, exactly. So that's a pretty awesome hook, actually. Saved us a lot of code. Okay, but either way, so what did I want to do? Yeah. So where is this thing now? So only thing that it doesn't work now with that is this handle on tab, select options, find index. Yeah, there's really no name, right? There's a value. So that's why maybe, right? In this context here. And there we go, right? So now it should be doing what we want, and it does, right? Okay, that's great. Let's just go here. I want to see one thing. So yeah, so there's one little thing I want to do, right? So let's wrap this bad boy in a div, and let's say here class name pb4, and yeah, this we want to basically say, well, actually we can do a ternary operator here, so we can say if it's not mobile, do this. Otherwise, we can say if it is mobile, well, do this, right? Just to save some JSX there. Okay, great. So now if we switch this bad boy here, right? Okay, beautiful. So that's good. Okay, now that's great. Okay, so let's go now to the app, right? Mobile join bar. Yeah, so let's polish this fella up. We want it to be kind of marketing-y a little bit, right? It's kind of hard to see now. So let's make it a little bit flashy, right? Flashy is the word. So let's say here BG primary. And let's say, so I hate rounded things, but let's see. So let's just get rid of that for now. Is there some text primary? Yeah, it is. So let's get rid of that for now. And you can kind of close this, right? That was the idea. Okay, so there's kind of something off with that, but we'll see about that in a second. Join a snap link to, I guess, should be authenticate, right? Even though that's a shitty name. Yeah, it takes you there, which we will also make sure it looks good on mobile in a second, right? Okay. Alex, should user IDs be custom and not like user length? Read about this one. Let me just copy this here so I can read it easier. Should user IDs be custom and not like, well, I think your terminology is wrong. User IDs should be unique, not custom. Because custom and unique, they're different terms, right? You should not be generating IDs yourself, especially you're not generating IDs like this, neither in your front end or back end, right? You would generally generate a UID 4. MongoDB, for example, is a great example of UID 4. It's just MongoDB, the document in the MongoDB has a UID 4, which is generated based on the part of the UID is the network card of the computer, of the server itself. Another octet is the timestamp. So you basically generate something like XXX, YYY, or whatever, YYYY, whatever, right? Or depending how many there are, right? And each one of these represents something. So this set of characters might represent some MAC address of the Ethernet adapter, whatever. This might be encoded timestamp of some sort, and this always is unique, right? You don't generate IDs by saying length +1, right? That makes no sense. Even though Postgres, for example, does that if you set the ID. So generally, yeah, you should be using UID 4s for the IDs. And that should be something that you don't think about yourself. Your database or some service should be doing this, not you manually, right? Producing IDs. You can take a look. MongoDB has, what was it called? Object ID, if I remember. Yeah, it's been a while since I used Mongo. But as you can see here, Object ID in MongoDB, right? This is their ID. So when you look at the MongoDB document, MongoDB document has this ID that looks random, and that's completely false. It's not random, it's unique, and it's very well thought of. It's not random, it's unique. And as you can see, Object ID returns a new Object ID. 12-byte Object ID consists of a 4-byte timestamp representing the object's creation measured in seconds since the Unix app epochs, right? A 5-byte random value generated once per process. So this is the only random part. This random value is unique to machine and process. It doesn't matter what you're using. You can generate, you can either let Postgres generate ID for you or ensure that your IDs are UUIDs 4, right? So Postgres use UID 4 as primary key, right? Actually, Postgres does have UUID as a default type, right? So you can just set your ID as a UID, right? This would be, right, you would use the data type UID stores universally unique identifiers as defined by RFC spec, right? You obviously don't give a shit about this. You're not going to read the whole spec, right? But either way, this is what you want to use, right? Yeah, I mean, for sure, 100%, 100%. It doesn't matter, right? You should use, again, you should use built-in things. MongoDB, right? MongoDB uses object ID. The whole database, their whole database is based around this object ID. Can you change this in Mongo, for instance? You can. Can you change it in, but you should use the built-in functionality. So Postgres already supports native UID type. So you should make sure that your primary key is UID, right? I mean, the primary ID of the document to say, right? Ah, actually, I see, okay. Shit. What the fuck is this, man? It is. It's called air lens. Follow Lucius. What the fuck is this, man? This makes no sense. What is happening here now? Wait a minute. Let's go to the app. Yeah. Join. Work. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like this font for some reason now. I don't like the J. It's a little bit weird. All right, got it. So I almost like it, almost. Font normal. Shadow, let me just clean this garbage up. All right. Well, whatever. I think that's acceptable for now. Yeah, I think that's acceptable for now, except that I live in Copenhagen. Except that yeah, it's super useful. I agree, 100%. All right. We'll leave that for now. So the only thing now on mobile is that you really can't go back. You can't really go back to the feed or whatever, right? So we'll need to solve that. That kind of sucks, right? Okay, that's great. Whatever. Okay, so let's go back to desktop, right? And all right, so great. Let's just do one more thing on mobile, just to optimize that. I guess, yeah, this kind of makes no sense that it appears in this page. So can't we say like location dot path name is not / authenticate? Can we do that? And also, yeah, this authenticate is wrong, right? So we go, I go to authenticate. Yeah, let's fucking change that. All right. All right. So let's go. What was that? Landing or whatever, right? We narrowed it down to a very simple thing. Socialist. Yeah, exactly. So let's say here P4 or something like that, or P6 maybe, right? To reduce the size of this, right? It's pretty huge right now, especially for mobile, but I think it fits well, so it's okay. So we'll need to adjust that slightly bit. So yeah, I'm fine with that. And then MDP0, so padding 0 on medium. Now let's go into hero and let's adjust this a little bit, right? So we're gonna say text Excel maybe. Here we're gonna say text base now. All right, and cultivating connections for coders. Yeah, maybe like that, right? I don't actually know. great. Tabs, social, having top 12, what? Ah, it's this thing here, right? Okay, I see. Where are those icons coming from? I guess from the tabs, right? So something in here, right? Yes. But actually what we can do, we can also, I mean, we're not reusing this. Are we reusing this hero anywhere? No. So let's just actually go in there and nuke this component, right? That's slightly useless, right? See about that, right? Let's get rid of this. Then we have the tabs. We have that thing there. All right, I see. So we have the tabs. We have this fella. Right? Yes, yes. We have this guy. So let's say here, flex, call gap 6. What happened now to the desktop version of that? Is it still fine? It is. Okay, great. Great. Okay. And then let's get over here. Let's adjust the spacing there a little bit. So we have the social crap here. Then we have this text over line. I see. Okay. All right. Cool. So that's not too disgusting, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, cool. I think we can leave it there. We can leave it there for now. Now the question is, if we log in, are those reactions actually working? Like, who the hell likes their own thought? Okay, fair enough. Like, dislike. Yeah, this comment thing is, something's wrong with this crap. I don't know why is that there. There's some, maybe we need to re-release this library or whatever. I'm not actually. Home? What the fuck? We still have home somewhere? All right, cool. So that should still be fine, I guess. Yep. I like to pay hike to Jürgen. Chica, man, thank you very much for being here every time, dude. Have a good night. Get some rest. I'll see you in another stream, okay? Alright, let me just go to Luigui thing. I just have to bump this so I can redeploy it. Because I'm starting to have a feeling that npm is actually using files from the releases, right? So we'll sing this. Then we're gonna create a new release. Oh my God, Sako, my dear friend, is here. Sako, I'm seeing a friend tomorrow for beers. I'm not gonna invite you yet. I wanna ask him if he's fine with that. But if he says yes, would you join us? We're gonna have a beer here in Amma tomorrow after work. If you wanna maybe join, let me know. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow. Releases. So we'll wait for this to deploy. Then we're gonna try to create a release and then push to npm, because maybe that is the process. But I mean, what we should actually do, right? I should update this GitHub Actions file, right? This YAML file to actually do a GitHub release as well. Okay, I mean, let me know if that changes. I'm gonna see my friend. He also has to pick up his son from daycare after around 5, and then his wife is also busy a little bit, so we're probably gonna have a beer around 6 or 7. Not for long, just maybe for an hour or 2. Okay, great, super. So now we're gonna actually go here. Yeah, please do. What's the current status of the project programming network? I mean, give me 1 second just to well, I mean, you know, I moved some of these things to open source libraries, right? So we spent a couple of weeks on that, right? But it's the status is, I mean, as always, right? It's moving forward, to say, right? So that's really all I can say. I'm basically opening up a landing page to look like this. So if you're not logged in, you can still see the feed and stuff, right? So that's what we're doing now. And certain things, right? And then, I mean, probably next 1 or 2 months, this is gonna be, I'm here too short. I think you're messing with me now. All right, so let's go to CD per Luigui. So right, so yes, so here's the version, right? So that's actually good. Let's just publish that. Let's enter a short password thing, a one-time password. Come on, 211. 224. Gmail. Yeah, I know that I deployed it, man. Yeah, but I haven't been streaming much, Sako, you know, past 2 weeks, right? So not much has happened. Basically, yeah, we have now the Yale library, right, which is now open source. So I open sourced a lot of these components. There may be a few more to put there, right? So there's this thing, right? And there's use AJV form as well, which I open sourced, which is this one, right? So, and now basically, yeah, I'm switching to those libraries. So I kind of moved the code, some of the code into those libraries. So now we have installed these libraries in our client, in our front end. And yeah, now we're trying to use them in there, right? All right, cool. So let's go back here. Let's go to package, Yale. So let's just say here, PNPMI, Programmer Network Yale, version 1011. Right, yep. Try that now. Yeah, this icon is still here, man. I don't fucking get it. Something is completely off. This icon is still here. That makes absolutely no sense. This must be some sort of cache or some shit. I'm almost sure, because this icon cannot be here. I mean, it's 100% not in the code here either, right? Yeah, it's definitely not here, right? So icon arrow down, icon arrow up. Yep. But something's messed up there. Maybe some sort of cache indeed or some shit like that, right? I don't actually know, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now there's a lot of changes we made. Too many changes, because I started switching right to Yale, right? This thing we built. So pushing this now is a high risk, but we'll probably push it. But there's still a lot more we have to change and do and stuff like that. Login, wait. Yeah, right. So I mean, yeah, we can try being brave, and we can try actually pushing this, right? I mean, yeah, this is because it's staging, right? Give me 1 second. I need to take a look at one thing. Oh, wait, maybe I registered some of these applications under Programmer Network Organization, most likely, right? Yeah. Where should I take a look at? Yeah, here, right? Yeah. So we go to settings, and then we go to developer settings, we go to all apps. Yeah, so here we have Programmer Network, right? So if we go to the production one, this is it. We have 639 users signed up on Programmer Network with GitHub. This is the callback. Let me just, I need to remember. So if I go to the API, shit, did I not copy paste that? Oh fuck, I'm start both repos. Thank you very much, Sako. Yeah, I think some of them are actually very nice. But yeah, so that's gonna be some of the things. So I'm not gonna be building new features for some time until I stabilize everything. And you know, I think the platform looks very nice, and I'm actually very happy. We have more than 1,000 people. Like, so there's some potential there for sure. So, but instead of spamming more features which nobody uses, right, I'm gonna spend now probably next 2 or 3 months just stabilizing the meetups, you know, the repositories, all of this stuff. Need to make sure that, you know, we're gonna spend some time on the rich text editor for writing articles and stuff, because I found some limitations that I didn't like myself. So that's kind of the plan overall. Just take it easy, right? And you know, open source more stuff. Hopefully people can, you know, help fix. We already had NSD a couple of days ago. He did a PR in Yale, right? So that was pretty cool. So yeah, so also people who claim that they want to contribute now have no excuse, right? So it's basically, yeah, only also to show that a lot of people are just selling fog. Too many words, very little action to say. All right, so I mean, you know, worst case, I mean, we can try pushing this to production and see what happens, right? I mean, worst case, we'll just revert. It's mostly that, yeah, we installed the Yale, right? So I don't know if I optimized some of the stuff there in a sense of build process and stuff, but I think it should be fine, right? There's a bunch of crap that we've changed too much, but that's the nature of, that's the time limitation we have. That's just the nature of things and how they are. I just have to do things with a very limited time, very quickly. I'll just very quickly go through some of this stuff because I don't necessarily trust myself much. Okay, so actually there's no need really, I think. For the most part, those should be just replacing components. We cleaned up some of the stuff here. Yeah, all right. Well, okay, let's just try, right? So let's try, let's close the bunch of this stuff and let's just push all 194 changes. So let's just say here, open up, use Yale components. What can go wrong, right? No chance that this introduces regressions, right? No chance. Why would it, right? Alrighty, let's go to Cloudflare pages. That's where this stuff is hosted, right? Our front end. I mean, you know. Oh wow, actually. Wait a minute. You know, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's a simple calculation, right? If you can introduce less bugs than you fix, then you're good, right? Actually, one of my next YouTube videos, I have a subject that I'm probably gonna record tomorrow. It's gonna be called Cost of Tech Debt and Process Neglection. So I'm gonna probably gonna record that tomorrow. It's gonna be an interesting monologue. No, fuck clickbaits, man. I do these videos for myself, for my own soul. If somebody's gonna watch it, I don't give a shit. I do them basically. I started doing those videos as a personal references. So when people ask me about my opinion, I just have something to point to, right? I don't want to be, I don't give a shit like if people are gonna watch it or not. Literally, I swear to God, 1%. If people want to watch it, they should watch it. If they don't want to watch it, then I don't care. They can watch whatever they want. All right, cool. So if we go to production now, hopefully not everything is broken. Let's see. Satum, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. Bexy followed you. Okay, nice. Let's follow back. All right, so let's log out. Let's log out. So this is, oh shit. We instantly broke production. Amazing. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay, we'll fix it right away. Traders, well, I love you. Instantly, yeah, let's see. T-rows is not terrible. Okay, oh shit, maybe I didn't deploy the API. Wait, to my defense, I don't think I deployed the API, did I? Nah, I didn't. Okay, right? Because I updated some queries. Okay, all good, all good. All right, let's deploy the API. Let's deploy the server. That's what I forgot. Deploy. I had to update the query of the feed, right? All right, so let's go to GitHub. And let's go to the actions. Open up feed. And let's wait for this fella. That bad. Leo asked, when are we going to listen to Metallica? Man, I just have to find a way to not stream this audio track to YouTube. Because I swear to God, I'm sick of this shitty music that we have to listen. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Drev, my friend, thank you very much, man. I'll see you tomorrow or after tomorrow, depending when I stream. I'm having a beer tomorrow with my friends, so I might not make it. I might make it as well. It's unclear. But worst case, we see each other after tomorrow. But I want to stream tomorrow as well, so let's see what happens. Hopefully Sako can join as well, but let's see. Come on, deploy, deploy. The production is down. The production is down. Did we actually have anyone? Numinex, man, I always appreciate you being here, man. Thank you, and thank you so much for the Patreon, man. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for just even putting the effort into going there and doing that. So I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, we're getting some, you know, I'm not very active, but we're getting people. Yeah, we're getting people for sure, right? I mean, I don't care much about that, right? I do this for fun. I do this as a fulfillment, right? So I don't want to impose any sort of release one video a week type of thing. I don't care. I literally, all of the videos that you guys watch so far are super random. I feel in that moment I want to record the video. I literally take my phone and I do it, right? So, you know, I have a full-time job and a family, as you know, and a wife and a kid and all of that. I don't want another job, right? So I love those videos, especially because they come naturally to me. Like today, you know, I was in my kitchen making coffee and I'm thinking, man, I think I should record a video on technical debt and neglection of process. And because genuinely I've been thinking about that for a long time and there's so many good points to be made there, right? It's just I want to record videos which are not like influencer videos, not something that somebody does for the, you know, like engagement. And because those guys who live off of YouTube, they have to produce garbage all the time because, you know, they need to generate their own income. I don't have to do that. That's why I say I don't care if 100 people watch it or 100,000, right? Because at the end of the day, I gain nothing off of that either way, right? Either way. Okay. Work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now, so we have opened up now, finally. And there we go. Okay. Plushmaster. Good evening, buddy. How are you? Okay, so great. So good. I mean, things are not completely broken. I can see that the buttons are actually broken in production. This is a little bit depressing because... yeah, it's a little bit weird, honestly. It's a little bit weird because... Oh, fuck, we didn't hide this stuff. Okay, we're gonna do that in a second. Oh, wait a minute. No. We did hide it. Wait, didn't we hide it? We did hide it. Okay, good. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. It was a little bit weird seeing this delete. Okay. Okay, good. I mean, so we opened up now a bit, right? So now if you go to Programmer Network, you're not going to be locked behind that screen anymore. You're actually going to see the feed. Is this final version? Of course not. But I've got from many of you feedback before, like, hey, Alex, you know, it's, you know, when I go to Programmer Network, why do I have to sign up before I can see anything? And now you don't actually. Now you can actually see the Now you can see the actual feed, right? And you can click on people and you can see who they are and you can check some posts, right? So, but we still need some sort of a sidebar when you're not logged in, right? Maybe some sort of articles or whatever, right? Because, we have removed now the articles and stuff from here, right? So we'll work more on that. But now it's... And I think, so it's going to be a little bit weird now still, right? Because if you do this here, right? So we need more things. No, actually, so this is actually good for the most part, right? So we need to, and I can still see that, there's something wrong with the reactions, right? Do you have some dedicated framework? I mean, everything is Scrum, right? And everything is Kanban, right? So we're using GitHub projects here, right? But those, if you're referring to those two libraries that I recently released, right? Yale and what did I release? And use AJV form, right? So if you're referring to those two, I mean, they are just standard things, right? You would open up a PR with some suggestion, right? So you can see, so if you want to contribute to Yale, right? I've wrote how to do it, how you can run things, blah, blah, blah. You also have the storybook where you would be developing your components. This is kind of all of the stuff. And then for use AJV form, and actually we have a few other libraries, I think, that we open sourced. We have, back in the day, I wrote that thing with Spectre. I don't know if you guys remember Spectre Kirill. He used to be around all the time. Him and I, we wrote this Fastify package as well called Enforce AJV Schema, which our API is using basically. So it's, where is it? Fastify Enforce Schema. So there's this one as well. This is also open source. And this is a pretty awesome add-on. I'm actually a little bit it's a little bit sad that more people didn't find out about this, because I'm sure that many people would use this with Fastify. What this thing does, it basically, your API fails to start if you're missing validation schema in any of your endpoints, in any of your routes. So if you're missing a response or body or URL parameter schema, your API would fail. So in simple words, I mean, you should never have an endpoint that's not validated, right? And this ensures that you never get yourself in that state. So, but I don't think that I have the keywords, and maybe the name is shitty, and maybe people don't share the same sentiment, but I would never release an endpoint that's not validated fully, right? That's, you shoot yourself in the knee, right? So there isn't anything specific, Bexy. You can find something, see that if it's broken, and then you can fix it, right? Or you can build some other component into it that we might need, etc., right? What did I want to say? Yeah, but we've been building a lot of stuff, right? So it's a lot of things. We have. What is this? This is some YouTube video I recorded about Redux. Oh yeah, 7 months ago. Wow. Cool. Who is this guy? Such a cool guy, man. Motherfucker. Okay. Yeah. 7 months ago. Okay. Cool. All right. So handsome. Right. It's just, I don't fucking get it, man. Why is this icon here? This is an enigma right now. Like, why didn't it install reactions properly? I don't genuinely understand what happened there. There's something wrong in the front end of ours, right? Let's try to decipher that. It's so annoying, man. Yeah, absolutely. Please, I mean, please, of course, I mean, you can go back and forth with me in the PR. I mean, you can learn for sure, right? I'll leave some good comments, insightful comments. So it's, of course, I mean, it's mutual, right? You help, you know, you get the mentorship pretty much for the effort that you put in, right? And at the end of the day, right, building things is the best way to, there's no better way to learn if you want to get better than by building them, right? Talking about them, bitching about them and stuff, that's not gonna help, right? Man, what the hell, dude? Yeah, we'll need to fix that. We'll need to fix that. It's not really good. Give me one moment. Programmer network, source, components, reactions. Make an arrow down. Leo, my friend, I love you, dude. Seriously, thank you very much, man. And good to have you back from that military crap. So the only thing really, so it seems that there's something wrong with the release, right? With my build process, right? Maybe when I deploy Yale, right? Maybe I don't actually because the release is wrong, right? And if I actually, wait a minute, so if we go to the latest release, which is this one, right? Go assets, get the zip file, right? We'll need to fix that because it's a little bit annoying, right? Okay, I think I'll solve this off stream. This is more of a infrastructure type of issue, right? But we need to make sure that if we go to GitHub here, right, and workflows and deploy storybook, right? So we have deploy storybook, right? So, yeah, so we need another basically another action that's going to be called deploy to npm, right? So we need to make sure to do something that can bump the version automatically, increment the version, maybe write some shell script for that or whatever, and then ensure that the dist folder that ends there, right? Seeing you move like that in your project motivated me so much to want to learn. Thank you very much, buddy. And I think you will, man. I think you will. Don't think too much ahead. I mean, it's just a matter of being in the presence, right? I think when you build projects like this, right, you create a large mental model, right? Think about it as a whole map of things, right? So, and when I build those things, right, that map is always right. It's almost like a graph, right? So that's why I'm building this project systematically, right? Through modules, through systems, right? There's a good book that you should read or listen on Audible. It's called Thinking Through Systems. It's not really it's not a programming book. It's a book about thinking in general, but it's really about thinking in systems. But when you think about it, right, it might look impressive, right? But you compose some ideas through in your head about the whole world, or in this context, right? So you compose it, then you can kind of know, right? So you give each one of these things the responsibility of its own, right? But you have to kind of, as you build, you have to slowly back in your head keep this list in mind, right? That's why it's harder to do that when you're junior, for example, because you don't have enough of experience and knowledge and context, right? But as you grow, you start thinking through those things. You know that there's going to be things around, right? And they have to work together, right? And then, so it's not really impressive. It's rather just you are in the context always, right? shouldn't there be a dist folder? Well, not really, no, because I don't think so. I mean, maybe, right? I don't actually remember. I mean, I've been writing those npm packages for like, I don't know, 7, 8 years. Like this one was 7 years old. It's just I don't remember, man. I always forget. Once I set this up once, I just forget it, right? That's the problem. I just forget it. But you can see that the npm itself does build some dist folder, right? As you can see here, right? So how does it do that? I don't actually know. I don't genuinely know. But I think for sure we're missing. So for sure, what I'm gonna actually add, let's actually write that down. I'm gonna do. We can do that tomorrow together. But what we actually have to do is add build stage inside Yale GitHub Actions. And then what else? And we probably want to do the same in I think thinking in systems or something like that. I recently listened to it on. I didn't read it. This is the book I have on my Audible. But I think, give me 1 second. It's this book. It's a very good book. Give me 1 second just to make sure that. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, 6 hours 26 minutes. Yes, I didn't finish it honestly yet fully, but I'm like 80% in it, and it's a good book. As you can see, it has a very good ratings. But again, don't misunderstand it. It's not a book about. Keep in mind, like you will not learn about programming at all in this book. This book has nothing to do with programming, but it illustrates the world and how it works systematically, or to say through systems, right? So it's a very good book, right? Isense, good evening, buddy. Good evening. But again, don't forget, Laco, right? One fundamental thing when it comes to any kind of thing like this profession is that the only really way to learn is to build, right? I mean, you can learn the pragmatic programmer, clean code, 4 horseman. You can finish, hacking the coding interview, all of that. But it's almost like with sports, right? You can know all the theory, right? And that's theory is useful in many cases. Theory can help you, right? But there's this feeling, like with anything in life, with sports, with your profession, that you get. Simply you develop yourself. It's really a subconscious. It's completely subconscious. It's you're not thinking about these things, but as you repeat the same crap so many times, then it almost becomes a reflex. It's not something you're explicitly thinking about, like, oh, now I'm gonna use this or that pattern, right? It becomes just something you do, right? You're inside of some specific context, and then you just react to it kind of subconsciously, right? And there you can only get by just keep writing this, keep doing the same crap, just doing, right? So no matter the book, the knowledge, whatever, right, that's great, and you should always try to evolve, but it's really, it's so unique when you build things, right? That's where you truly get, right? And indeed, right, more you're gonna grow in your career as a programmer, less and less it's gonna be about code, right? Once you reach some leadership level, team lead, tech lead, CTO, then then it's not about programming at all, literally anymore, almost. Then it's about helping others. It's about making clients happy, making your CEO understand what the hell is going on, etc., right? All right, actually that's pretty awesome now. And yeah, you can see that this little thing, it's probably this re-rendering when I refresh. I mean, it's not going to be common, but we'll fix those little things. But now we have kind of opened up, right? And that's great. Just actually, I need to check one very important thing, though, is if I go here and I do this, where is it going to redirect me? Wait, did I, yeah, Alex testing again, okay. But what if I try to sign up with my LinkedIn? All right. Well, what the fuck happened? Am I logged? Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Okay. So we did mess this up. Shit, this is not good at all. That's really bad. Okay. Because now we're not enforcing complete your profile anymore, right? We need to fix that, right? Complete. And I think this was inside of the custom route, right? If it's authenticated and there's no username, navigate to complete profile, right? Which it does. Ah, I see. I think I know what's happening, right? But if we go to the app and we look at the feed, right? The feed no longer is inside of the protected route, I think, at least. Let's see. Yeah, right? So that's the problem, right? Yeah. So we would need to wrap this in a custom route, right? So then, oops, right? Let's just, I can't really test this now locally. I mean, I technically can, right? So if we go to our API, right? And we go to the database, we go to tables, we go to users, and then I go to myself and I just set my profile. I just remove my own username, right? Now, locally, I should, in fact, be redirected, right? So I log in and I say hi at Alexander XYZ password. Yeah, exactly, right? So now it gets me to that page. It asks me test 1, 2, 3, AI, initiate anonymous mode, start your journey. Start your J, and I suppose all right. Try that again. Let's see what the actual error is. Maybe we can't have this to be broken. This must work at all times. Shit, man. Are you kidding me? And what is it now? Oh, is it because did we change the... Give me 1 second, guys, in case you're writing something. I just need to finalize sign up. Wait a minute. Ah, okay, so we've switched. Yeah, I see what's happening here. Shit, man, that's a little bit dangerous. Okay, I think what's happening here is that these tags now are. So where is this handle complete thing, right? So let's print this form here when it's invalid. Let's see what it is, right? Start your journey. So the state is this. Then if we take a look at the tags, yeah, this is fucking wrong completely. Should be of type object. Oh, okay. It's a default VS Code theme. It's a default VS Code theme. It's just called Dark Modern, and then I'm using the background extension. little bit weird though, right? Thank you very much for the follows. Value 7 P1 45 34, and that's a little bit weird, really, because let's take a look at the schema. Is this really what we anticipate? That tags are an array of value and label? Yeah, that is correct. Okay, that's yeah, sure. I mean, that's okay, right? That's fine. I just didn't anticipate that, honestly. Okay, form set states. Am I still using it? Okay, good. This is gonna be tags and change value. All right, give me a second. Tags, right? Value and label, that's correct. And this is the select from the, yeah, exactly. So if we go to our Yale thing, is there something that we've done to select that might have broken this, right? Let's go to Yale library. Let's go to select stories. So if we take a look at the actions here, right? It has a key and value, right? So that's correct, yes. Oh, where is it? Here, right? Yeah. All right, so let's try this. So we're getting an array of strings, right? Which is a little bit weird. But is it, right? Because the input itself, let's see. On change, actually we're not triggering that. That's a little bit, let's see. Let me actually refresh this and try that again. So blah, 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 blah. Tags for, okay. So it seems that the options here, maybe that we're giving, the value is this, the label is name. See, what tags do we have? We have the ID, and then we have the name, right? So that's correct. And it seems that it basically seems here that we want a value, and that seems to be wrong, right? So I think we messed this multi one, probably. That's the only thing I can think about. Let's take a look at that. I think we've changed the structure of this here. I think I've changed quite a lot. So let's see what I did. Get value is array props value. So if it's an array, let's see. Values is multi, okay. Handle and change. If array is array option and is multi, right? So this most likely is the problem, right? this most likely is the problem, right? Because now I'm just giving back the actual value, right? Which, why, right? That's wrong. I mean, would I want that, right? So that's the question. The main question here is this something I would want, right? Because right now, this guy is complaining that when I select these, that I'm not getting the full object. I'm just getting the value. But should this give me the actual whole thing is the question, though. Because here we can fix this in a way, right? Here what I could do technically, right, is whenever this changes, right, instead of doing this, I would say set state. All right, so let's take a look at that again. So, I mean, we can solve this, but I'm not so sure that this is what I want, honestly. That's the problem right now. So you can see we have 71, 46, and 57. Those are the values, the IDs. We could match those against the tags that we have when every time we do this, right? So it's just, is that what I want is the question, right? Because here I could say, you know, input.map, and then for each value, what about this? So, well, no, so this is already a value. And then here I can say tags dot right, something like this, right? Well, actually, yeah, we wouldn't actually do it in here. We would do it in a different place. Wait, where did I do this crap? Where am I? Front end, yeah. So we wouldn't actually do this in here. We would do this in a different place, right? So I'm gonna just comment that one out and so yeah, I don't actually know. That's the problem now, because I would expect, so no, this is actually wrong. This is completely wrong. So when this on change should give you an option from whatever this is. If this was an array of strings, it should give you that string. If this is an array of objects, and this is always an array of values and labels, right? So that's definitely wrong. We need to fix that, right? There's no question about that. I shouldn't have changed that to be like that, right? So this shouldn't be the value, right? This should always be the actual option, right? This should also be the option, right? And then we need to update this on change type, right? It's your journey, okay. Wait a minute, what happened there? Just give me a second, huh? So it doesn't really matter, right? So this is what we want, right? The only thing actually that matters here is so how do we actually update this type? So on change is a record, either looks like this or a record that looks like this, but this is also wrong. This is not correct, right? I don't fucking get it, man. Yeah, that's correct, right? What the fuck? No, sorry, no, that's wrong. Fix using Copilot. Wow. What? Let's see what it did. What the fuck did it do? What the hell, bro? That's what? Jesus Christ, man. That was crazy. Just messed up the whole file. What? Explain. Let's fix up using. What the hell is it doing, man? Yeah, it's not thinking straight. It's an option is an array. So I don't get why this doesn't work. Unless, give me 1 second. Unless TypeScript is actually just being a little bit dumb here. What was the type of this option? Where is this crap? Or did I actually introduce this? Yeah, I did. Right. I guess that's what it would be, right? That's what it would be, right? Let's actually test that, right? Probably the tests are going to be failing now. So if we go to and run the, actually, did we write any tests for select? I don't think so, right? So let's run the storybook now. Let's take a look at our stories, right? For the select. So if we go to select, who is an object that has label and value, right? So that's correct. Multi-select, let's see now. That's a little bit weird, what? Select stories. No, that's not correct. Okay, anymore. Yeah. This is also not correct. Multi-true options. Well, I suppose we don't have any state here, do we? Actually, we do, right? On change set input. By select, yeah. So let's actually print this in the story here when we're actually doing it to the console as well. Yeah, so that doesn't seem to be maybe working, right? Value input.foo. Yeah, that's probably correct. Set input values. Yeah, I don't actually know. So yeah, we have definitely messed this one up. Now I'm just thinking, should I just revert to the old thing? I think maybe that would be the best, right? So I think for the time being, so that's great and that's good and all of that stuff, right? But I think I'm gonna just redeploy this guy because there are a few things that I have to fix, right? And because we're gonna round up the stream now, I don't feel like leaving, right? Without leaving it basically in a broken state, right? So what we're gonna do, so it's good, right? It's just a few things as we have, open sourced this. I actually improved some of these libraries, which changed their interface a bit, right? So now I need to update it also in Programmer Network, right? And at this moment, I can't guarantee that we didn't also break it, right? In a few other places. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just redeploy the old version. Yeah, I don't think that should change really anything at all. API was just a minor change. Okay, well, actually, so before I leave, let me do one thing. So let's do this. Let's see if there's any questions, if there's anybody that I can help. Does anybody need some help or whatever? Someone has a question that I maybe didn't answer while I was coding. Now is the time to ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna head off. See if there's such a candidate. Well, if the answer is no, then I'm gonna head off. So yeah, what is to say? It's been fun. Thank you very much, guys, for being around. I think we'll see each other tomorrow or after tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm having a beer with a colleague after work tomorrow, so I'm unsure how long I'm gonna stay. But if I'm back home on time, then we're gonna see each other tomorrow. Otherwise, we see each other after tomorrow, most likely. I wish you best and take care, and I'll see you soon, guys. Peace out. All the best. Bye-bye. Ciao.